with Ravine. In today's video, we're talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers defeating the Philadelphia Phillies 3-1 in the NLDS. The Dodgers are once again going back to the championship series where they will await the winner of the Cubs and the Brewers. That series is going to go 5 games, so the Dodgers are getting well rested. And the Cubs and Brewers having to play a series on Saturday. The NLCS starts Monday. The Cubs and Brewers are going to have no rest. The Dodgers are going to be very well suited for the NLCS, especially with their rotation lineup and all of that. But what a series we had between the Dodgers and the Phillies. 2 heavyweights going at it. We knew that was going to be the case, and it lived up to the billing. And I told you guys in my predictions video, for those of you who watched, I like the Dodgers in this series. A slight homer bias in that. But overall, I did think the Dodgers did have the advantage against the Phillies. And we saw a Phillies bullpen that's all the talk was about the Dodger bullpen and how the Dodger bullpen was terrible. And listen, I'll tell you firsthand, yeah, it wasn't great at all. I mean, this was the bottom half of the league bullpen in the regular season. We knew that. We are seeing the reminiscence of that in October. We'll talk about that. But the Dodger bullpen stood up. They held their own against the Phillies. And this Phillies bullpen was very vulnerable. And really the best pitching the Phillies had in this series was from the starting pitching. And starting pitching was the focal point of the series, not only for the Phillies, but for the Los Angeles Dodgers as well. The identity of Dodger baseball is pitching. It's starting pitching. The Dodgers starting pitching. The Dodgers go as far as pitching gets them. And more times than not, their starting pitching is going to deliver. It's going to be one of the best in baseball. In fact, it's not even one of the best. It is the best in baseball. When you line them all up, no other team can compete with the Dodgers when it comes to the starting pitching, and we saw it prevail once again in this series where the Phillies had some pretty good starting pitching. We see Christopher Sanchez, we see Jesus Luzardo, we see Aaron Nola and Rangers Suarez, and again, the Phillies without Zach Wheeler, that is a huge loss for them. If the Phillies had Zach Wheeler, I don't know, this series might go the other way, but they don't, and the Dodgers prevail with their starting pitching. But it was a heavyweight toe-to-toe battle. Unbelievable series to watch. My heart was racing late in those ball games. Man, you really get the blood flowing there in the heart, because those are some pump adrenaline moments that we saw in this series. You go to game 1, Phillies are cruising. They're on cruise control. The Dodgers chase Christopher Sanchez, similar to what we saw in game 4. They chased Sanchez in game 1. October Kike, for those of you don't know, you got to know by now, October Kike is a different animal. And we see Teoscar come up against Matt Strom at that point in the 7th inning of game 1 and hits the biggest swing of his life. Teoscar Hernandez lifts the Dodgers to a game 1 victory with a absolute huge swing. Wow. Unbelievable, unreal swing from Teoscar. We live for those moments here in LA, but the Dodgers steal game 1 in Philly. Roki Sasaki closes it out, and Roki Sasaki at this point is the Dodger closer. And Dave Roberts, I'm going to be honest with you, Dave Roberts at times in this series really tried to lose the Dodgers this series. I mean, I can't even count on my hand how many blundering moments that Dave Roberts had in the series. It was ridiculous. All the way to game 4. 1, I think he was fine. He went to Roki there in the 9th inning. That's the way it should have been. And Roki gets it done. They still game 1. But my oh my, we go to game 2, and the Dodgers, they are on, again, a pitching duel. And the Dodgers get to Jesus Luzardo. They chase him from the game, get into that vulnerable Philly bullpen. The way the Phillies used Duran in this series was not very good. And so when he came into the game in game 4, nobody was scared of Duran, because we had seen him not only in the postseason but in the regular season. So the Dodgers are very familiar with Duran. Very poor execution from Duran as far as how he was managed by the Phillies. But the Dodgers built a 4-0 lead against Philadelphia late in that game 2. Why is Roki not coming out for the save? We go to the 9th inning. It's a 3-run game. It's a save situation. Dave Roberts opts to go with Blake Treinen, and there's a really big problem with the Dodger bullpen right now. And we'll see how they progress it to postseason. They don't have right-handed pitching. There's no right-handed pitching in that Dodger bullpen. There's Emmett Sheehan, Blake Treinen, Roki Sasaki. We saw Tyler Glasnow come out in game 1 of the bullpen. But in a longer series, Glasnow more than likely will not come out of the bullpen. So the Dodgers need some right-handers, and they need them quickly in that Dodger bullpen that can step up and do a good job. 3 guys, and really Tron is not very good. 2024 Blake Tron, and I've been a Blake Tron defender, but at this point he's not very good this year. He's just not. So that's a big concern. He goes to Tron in game 2. The Phillies get 2 runs in. It's a 1-run game with nobody outs in the 9th inning. A guy at second base, the wheel play we all talked about, and the Dodgers somehow escape. Vesia comes in. Roki comes in to get the last out against Trey Turner off of Edmonds, threw the game away then. But the Dodgers win both games in Philly, and you thought that was a knockout blow, but you knew the Phillies were not going to go down quietly. They're not going to get on a plane to LA and just go quietly into the night. They come on game 3, and again, this is a game where Dave Roberts punted the game. Go to 7th inning, 8th inning, whatever it was. Clayton Kershaw's in the game, and Dave Roberts punts the game. I don't know why Dave Roberts punted the game in the 8th inning. Now, we see how this game shapes out with game 4. 9 innings combined from Sasaki and Glasnow, but again, I just thought punting the game 3, you're still in it. You're at home. You're down 2 runs. The Phillies didn't go quietly when they were down in those games. Why are we going quietly? Dave Roberts leaves Clayton Kershaw, out of all the people in the bullpen, out there to die. Leaves him out there to die and give up run after run, hit after hit. It was very sad to watch. And it was a big FU to Kershaw and the fans who have seen Kershaw his entire career to go out like that. And quite frankly, Clayton Kershaw cannot be on this roster moving forward. So if that's the last we see Clayton Kershaw, it's really unfortunate. But Dave Roberts did this. So we go to game 4, and I was nervous because Glasnow, he's either really good, he's a top 10 pitcher in baseball, or he's not very good, he gets shelled. We saw the good Glasnow there. The good Glasnow showed up on this day, 6 scoreless, and he should have been 7 scoreless, because when Emmett Sheehan came into the game tonight in game 4, I thought it was the wrong move once again by Dave Roberts. Glasnow only had 80 pitches to that point. At the bottom half of the field lineup, you send out Glasnow. You ride the wheels until they fall off of the starting pitching for the Dodgers. That's not what Dave did. He tried to blow this game. He nearly did. Castellanos doubles. It's a 1-0 for the lead. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. And this is the big point of the game with the Dodgers mounted rally. Durant comes to the game. They chase Sanchez. Thankfully, Durant intentionally walks Shohei. The Phillies intentionally walk Shohei to load up the bases. There's 2 outs at this point. There's nowhere to put him with Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts has been really good over the last couple of months into October. He wants a ring, I'm afraid. And Mookie Betts works a 3-2 counts, works the walk at the tie ball game. Shohei Ohtani in this series was very bad. He was like 2 for 25 or something like that. He was not good at all. Ohtani was not good. And I know Ohtani, I know the reputation he has. He's Ohtani. It's an incredible amount of respect to walk a guy who's been as bad as he is the entire series. If I'm a Philly fan, at that moment, I would have pitched a Shohei. And you kind of live with what happens. I mean, the guy had not been seeing the ball well this entire series. Durant's pumping 100 miles an hour plus. You have your best against our best. You take your chances versus walking Ohtani, loading the bases with a pressure situation with a really good hitter like Betts with nowhere to put him. I don't know. To me, that was the wrong move, and the Dodgers will take it. And Roki comes to the game. After that, 8, 9, 10. Shuddy, 9 up, 9 down. Vesia, one of the guys that makes me nervous in the Dodger bullpen, shuts it down. And Ryan O'Kirkering, who I saw earlier in the game warming up without a cap, that's just a clown move, bro. That is just a clown move. I don't know who he thinks he is warming up in the bullpen without a cap, but yeah, that's a clown move. And once I saw that, I was hoping that we would see him in the game. And we saw him in the game in the biggest spot in the game in the bottom half of 11th inning. Andy Paul is at the plate after Kike Hernandez works a walk. Great at bat by October Kike. Paul is the worst hitter, batting like a .40 batting average in this postseason. Makes contact, a little dribbler to Kirkering, and he just chokes. There's no other way to put it. He chokes, he fumbled, he melted in real live TV. He threw the ball away. And he ended the Phillies season. I know those Phillies guys, they really want to win. To go like that, it's not a good look. I know they're not happy. Just watching their reaction as they walk off the field, it's pretty hilarious. But O'Kirkering threw it away, and the Dodgers are moving on to the NLCS for the 2nd straight year. The 10th time in the last 17 years they look to defend their title and go back-to-back. Awaiting the Brewers or the Cubs, it doesn't matter who it is. Bring them on. We got the biggest out right now in the NL, and that was the Phillies. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section, and we'll see you in the NLCS.